Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to talk about licensing capabilities and different features, as well as how we can go about analyzing and looking at the licenses and its usage, right? So that's going to be showing after or under the Entra ID, right? And that's something we should definitely be looking at, right? Now the question might come, okay, why we should do and analyze the license utilization and usage, right? And what are the licenses we have as an end user or end customer, right? And basis on that, we should be able to take the appropriate actions, right? So what are those actions we should take? And do we really need to take actions, as well as do we really need to analyze the licenses? The answer is yes, right? Why? Because we as an organization or any organization, when they wanted to optimize their utilization across the organization, and not only from the cost saving perspective, but also from the different perspective, when people are utilizing the licenses, when the business needs what they need or whatever is needed, right? And at the end, any organization would take decisions to be able to reduce their cost on different SaaS systems, solutions, whatever they are using for the business to run on, right? And if they don't have appropriate tools, systems, they might end up saying, okay, or they might end up not having the appropriate solutions to be able to work effectively on the projects, on the teams, or any of those problems, right? So those could be a problem for teams to not able to perform well, right? So that's one of the scenario. Similarly, there are different scenarios when any organization which does actually a business in different scenarios. Let's say uh, there's a sales team who are or who is using sales or SaaS solutions for sales, marketing, or BDM, or outreach, or different scenarios, right? And all those things are something they need tooling, right? If they don't have a right set of tools, they would not be able to perform well. They would not able to reach out to the prospect customers and then get the business at the end, right? For that, at least we as an organization or any organization should do the optimization of their systems effectively and take the control of those systems. Otherwise, the systems and everything would pile up across, and then organization end up paying a lot of cost or a lot of money for those solutions, right? And this is in context of not only Microsoft 365 or Entra ID or Azure. This is applicable to across the SaaS based as well as the all the platforms, even if the systems and softwares are developed in house. And to run those systems, either we would host those into the on-premises data centers. We would have to bring up everything together by setting up the data centers and spinning up servers, install the appropriate plugins and softwares and tooling on it, and then make the connections between the corporate network and say make that network as a safe, right? And we also have to do a lot of ground level work to be able to make sure that data center and everything is safe and secure, right? So that is something which is going to be pretty much costly in different scenarios and different use cases, right? Similarly, the way we think around the SaaS-based solutions or software as a service applications that we are using since it's almost a decade or more than a decade, I would say, right? Because there are different solutions available for more than decade, right? And those solutions are being used by different businesses, companies, and companies were not looking into the optimization way, not from cost as well as from all other different scenarios, but many solutions do have different pricing models or pricing capabilities, which comes with a bundled subscription or per user per month licensing costs and all of that stuff, right? So that is why we have need to really optimize it appropriately and take the appropriate steps, right? So this was a ground level work or ground level uh, details about the SaaS and solutions and licensing, right? Now let's look at the Microsoft 365 as well as Entra ID capability, where we can see how those licenses are utilized and how we can go ahead and optimize and take the appropriate actions, right? So let me share my screen quickly here, and it should be ready to go. All right. So you can see that I have shared my screen and I'm on Entra portal, right? So from Entra portal, you'd come at the end here under the billing, and you'd see there are three options which says licenses, license usage, and trials, right? So let's look at the licenses first. And once you click on here, you will see different options, right? So these are the different features which comes with this license. Now, this tenant has Enter ID P2 license, right? And P2 license has all of these features. You can see feature available is set to yes or showing yes. That means all of these features are part of Enter ID P2. Now this is in context of Enter ID license, but to see other licenses and all other products, there's an option for us over here, which is all products. Once you click on that, you would see all the different licenses across the tenant, including whatever, be it a trial or free license or whatever the license you have across the business, across the tenant, and those will show up over here. Now, you might say, okay, this is not the right location to be able to manage and see that license. That's right, because all of the license management and assignment and everything is being through Microsoft 365 Admin Center. You can see it over here as well. And once you click on that hyperlink, it's going to take you to 365 admin portal. And from there, you can assign licenses individually as well as group-based licensing, right? So that way, it's going to allow us to manage those licenses effectively. And this option or this feature over here really does not have to do any other things to be able to management or probably add or assign or something like that. But those are over here to show in the Enter ID context. And the main purpose of this is to show you the license utilization and usage in the Entra context, right? So, so these are the licenses over here. Also, there are few options, try or buy, right? And then bills. So those are also over here to be able to see it. And if you click on it, it is going to take you to 365 admin portal, right? And if I have to buy more, it is going to take us to these different licensing, or these are the Entra context licenses. You can see Entra governance, Entra suite, then Entra ID P2, right? So these are the other licenses that can be added into the Entra suite or Entra licenses altogether, right? So let's look at the some of the self-service sign-up port products as well, if in case there are any. So those would show up over here if we have added and uh, probably we have assigned across the tenant. Now you can see product assignment type shows user as well as tenant. So what does this mean is that when user signs up across any of those products, then that license becomes a user self-sign certificate, user self-sign products certificate, right? And the tenant level, which is this one, Windows Store for Business, that is across the tenant. So that was provisioned from the tenant side and not the end user. Now, I, as an end user, can simply go ahead and try to access any of those applications and try to use it maybe once or twice, right? And then same license becomes activated across the tenant as it's a trial or it's a free version, and that is why it was added. So these are the those such licenses which were added by the user signing, right? And then those are available in the tenant as those are trials and free accounts or free licenses. So those would show up over there, right? And at the same time, there is activity details and troubleshooting if in case we wanted to go ahead and do that as well. So under the audit logs or activity, we can see all those activities happening across the tenant. So this is basically for whole tenant, and whatever activities are happening, those would be captured over here and we can take a look, and probably that is going to help us to do the different search and also visibility as well, and audit as well, right? So let's look at the next one, license usage. So here we would see license usage across Entra Premium as well as Entra ID P2. Now this only shows the Entra licensing usage as well as utilization. It does not show the utilization of your 365 licenses or any other licenses basically. And here you can see number of users by each features, right? So there are two policies which are created on risk-based conditional access, right? And active users are one for now. Now it is showing only one user is being used with Entra ID P2 capabilities, including risk-based conditional access policies, right? And if we have more than probably 100 or 1000, so this number is going to be showing up in a chart over here that number of users are being used and assigned with this respective feature and policy. So this is pretty straightforward as well. And on the trials, so these are the trial licenses that we can simply go ahead and add into the tenant and utilize. Also, if you click on this small little arrow over here, it's going to show you what are the different features that each of these license provides us during the trial period. And once the trial period is over, probably it is not going to uh, be active and it's going to end the trial access, right? So these are the features that you can simply go ahead and understand and know about each of these features or each of these license plans basically, and learn more it, and probably you can test it and understand for your different requirements, be it POC or any project or anything that you wanted to do. And to know more, there's information option over here, which is more information. It's going to take you to the another page over here under the enter licensing, and there you will see a lot of details about each of these. So here you can see the comparison plan for each of those licenses along with their feature sets, right? So it shows which feature is available in which license, and basis on that you can decide whether you should go with the P1, P2, or which plan is going to be useful for your organization basically, right? And here you can understand more into the different feature wise as well. So it's pretty straightforward and helpful for anyone, any organizations to know, understand, and learn about it, so that you get to see everything that you wanted to probably take the steps in order to create a new tenant, utilize the existing licenses or what, right? So this is how it is going to be, right? And one more thing, which is pretty straightforward and quick as well. So here is the what's new option as well. This is going to show us highlights and future roadmaps as well as change announcements that are coming to Entra ID from Microsoft side, right? And you can see all those over here, including top announcements, new release highlights, change announcements highlights, and more other details. So if you wanted to dig into each, you can simply click on details and it is going to show you the detail over there. Similarly, on the roadmaps, what is coming up in each category as well as release type, and you can understand, for example, this second option which says cross-tenant sync customers now synchronize users across clouds, right? So this is currently in public preview. Upon a rigorous testing from Microsoft vendors and partners, this is going to be released across the globe as a part of provisioning and Entra governance or identity governance licensing capability, right? So this is how it is going to be. And if any organization who wanted to bring on any of such features, any of those capabilities, definitely they can look into this one and be a part of Microsoft's public preview, right? And then test those features and services, and probably they can take the advantage of all of that stuff, right? And similarly, the change management or change announcements here, it is going to show all those changes which are coming across different service. What is the type of change over here, announcements, dates, and what is the target date that they are going to make this announce or this feature available for the customers basically. And these are the tags where you can simply identify what identity or what service it is going to be and belongs to, right? If you got some feedback, you can simply hit this feedback button and you can write your feedback over here, and the same feedback goes to the respective team who actually works on these capabilities and features in the Microsoft, and that is going to be taken into the considerations upon their different perspective and different thoughts around it, how they are going to build this product and features going forward. And upon that, definitely is going to be new enhancements in the current features as well as new products and new features, right? So, yep, that is what I wanted to show you and talk about across this video. And hope you like it. Hope you learn something new, understand any of these capabilities of these licenses. And let me know if you have any questions, any doubts, anything. I would be happy to answer and collaborate on it, right? So, yep, that's all. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, people around you, and subscribe to the channel as well to get to new video. So, yep, that's all. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.